For us, for you, or for everybody?
I think very
personal impression.
Well, I think very personal, because if you compare it to, say, a show like, well, you can say you're more conventional musical. First and foremost, Stomp isn't conventional. We're a hybrid, obviously, of, you know, there's comedy, there's dance, there's music, there's all these different elements chucked into one and put on there that everyone can get. So the personal aspect for me, I think, comes from no one's given the exact line to say. It's not like you have to do this, you have to do it like that, and you have to do it like that, whereas you get direction in a play. If you get a direction in a play or a musical, you would be guided exactly towards what the director wants. We're fortunate in our director. Well, first and foremost, we're fortunate in the show is a framework. It has a skeleton of what it's about, and we're allowed to be the creative, the meat and flesh of the bones, and fill out what is already there. The director will give you pointers in that direction, but it's never really, it has to be that or it can't be that. It's very loosely framed. So for that reason, every individual that does it
is actually adding a person.
They have that leeway. That is their personality.
Saying that, though, there's a couple of times when they've gone, don't do that.
That is true. I think you'd agree with what I say.
You know, totally agree with what you say.
Well, that's true, because a lot of times people will do things that are pretty ridiculous. Not so much.
No. Stick to the event. Stick to the event.
Just to keep the shape of the skeleton, you know, there has to have a certain form. So
yeah, absolutely.
But then, like you say, you know, within the space of the skeleton, you can.
Everyone that's in Stomp are picked specific, you know, yes, you've got to have rhythm and everything, but people are picked as well on their personality. It plays a big part of whether you get in Stomp or you don't. You know, it's about your character and bringing that to the show as well. You can't have 8 people on stage all the same. Like
you can be very technically good, but with no spirit.
With no personality or no character, you know. So
it's like it's real people that you see. Like we choose our own costume, and we don't like wear crazy. We don't wear crazy makeup where you can't recognize you. If you're an audience member, you see a human being, and you see personalities because you can see the human being sweat and work for it. It's not like
but the energy that you bring.
Crazy. But it comes back to, you know,
the difference of every
night.
We
don't work with backing tape, because we're actually doing what we're doing. We're actually real human beings, and that's what we're doing.
We're not robots.
Right there.
We are not Stomp robots.
Okay. So that was good. I need to focus here. Anyways, focus. I'm hungry and you're hungry, so exactly.
He's losing it. Let's direct.
Anyways,
be yourself.
So I'm totally. Trust me. If anyways, he's here. The director is here, and you can see that I'm being way beyond myself, so it's okay. Anyways,
it's going like that.
I know.
I wonder why. Anyways, so first time in the Middle East or no?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
In the Middle East?
No, not the Middle East. Sorry, Cairo.
Yeah, okay, in Egypt, it's the first time.
First time in Egypt.
So how's that going for you guys?
First time performing in Egypt. I've been here before diving.
Oh, you dive?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, down in Sharm.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah.
Love so. But it's great. You know, it's great to be in Egypt performing. I mean, again, when you were asking about individual places, actually, another thing, just thinking, there's so many great places. We mentioned Japan or whatever, going back to the previous question, but equally great, I think, for everyone is when we come to a new territory. And you've no idea what it's going to be, and we've always got that, or maybe our personal preconceptions of how it might be, but then as you were saying yesterday...
Oh, do you have any?
Slightly.
What, like? I'm curious.
My first one is everyone will be wearing a tie. I know that's opera house requirements, but stuff like that, and you think, oh, that's going to be different. But then when you see a reaction, like you said last night, and hopefully that will be the reaction, you know, in the theatre, and that's great. But doing a new territory is kind of like when it all falls into place and it happens. That's a great feeling every time around, isn't it? It's another one to tick off. I don't mean that in a flippant way. I mean that in great. You know, we put it out in another place and got it back. in the correct way.
I think you've been for visits. I've been to the pyramids today.
Yeah.
And I heard actually a rumor or a piece of gossip, and I want to make sure if it's true or not.